Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's Eric here again. Today I got some gameplay of Cold War Beta for you. Now, this is just, some regular gameplay. I don't go too crazy. I just do high kills with a decent rate kill-death ratio, but no nuke. I'm still working on that, so stay tuned. But I just wanted to put this first video out there just to show you some gameplay of Cold War from a not super good player and or any of the professional COD YouTubers you see out there who are already getting nukes going 50 and 2 and all that. But I just wanted to show you what a normal game looks like for maybe some other people like us out there. So just going through this game, we're gonna talk about, the pros, the cons of Cold War, and my thoughts on it as a whole. We're gonna go through probably 2 to 3 aspects of it, maybe like gameplay, how it feels, visually how it looks, and potential problems within this game. Either class setup wise, gameplay wise, perks, literally anything. I'm gonna go through that and just share my thoughts. So let's get right into it. First things first, we're gonna do visually. This game is not the same as Modern Warfare. Activision and Treyarch are two different companies, so they're gonna make their games look a lot different. And this Cold War looks, I'd say it looks pretty similar to the other Black Ops games out there. It looks more vibrant than Modern Warfare, more cartoony, I'd say. People have likened it to looking a bit like PUBG with certain maps. Maybe if you look at like Satellite, the desert map, it looks more like PUBG on that map. But I like the vibrant colors. It makes people stand out. Definitely visually, it's nicer than Modern Warfare. Besides the graphics aspect, it still looks super. The graphics are just not as good as Modern Warfare, but the style visually is better. Also, I really enjoy the HUD elements. It looks very clean. I like the health aspect where you can see your health, and as well as when you're shooting at enemies, you can see their health too, which is really nice. This is still the beta, so I know things will change. So maybe they'll change it. I don't really like how the mini map is a circle, because you can change it to be a square and see more. But hey, if you can't change it, and that's fine. So that's visually, I'd say those are like the main differences. Other than that, this is, you look at this, it's a Call of Duty game, Black Ops Treyarch version of the game, so it's gonna look a little different than the Modern Warfare that we're used to, because we all know that Modern Warfare is probably one of the greatest Call of Duties like of all time. So let's get right into the gameplay aspect. This is probably going to be the most explained and elaborated on topic for me, just because this game, again, I can't stress it enough, this is not like Modern Warfare. I found myself struggling in games because I tried playing it like it was in Modern Warfare, but it just isn't the case. Gameplay's a lot different, it feels a lot different, and I'll explain why. So first off, just being level 1, I have a feeling in this game that weapon level is super important, because if you play with 0 attachments on a gun, you most likely won't win against somebody who has a fully leveled up gun. And I haven't necessarily leveled up like any of the guns up to max level. I think the highest I have is the XM4 at level 26. But it just takes insanely long time to level up a gun. And I've been playing for a few hours just using the same gun, and it's only like halfway to max level. So that could be a big deal. Is if you, doesn't matter how good you are, the weapon level really matters. And you'll see in this gameplay, like even with like a few attachments, the recoil control is just insane, at how much it kicks and stuff. So that's probably one of the biggest things, is weapon level and how important it is in this game. Unlike in Modern Warfare, you can have a no attachment gun and still do fairly well in the game. And here, I'd say it's pretty important to have a fully leveled up gun, a fully kitted out gun. So let's get right into the next aspect. I'd say another aspect of this is definitely the movement. It just feels clunky. It doesn't feel as smooth as Modern Warfare. I don't know if that's because, maybe these servers are, taking a beating because everybody's trying to play the beta, or if, it's just the beta and they're still working on how smooth it is, but it just does not feel good. Everything's clunky, the aiming feels choppy. The only thing that's really smooth in this game that feels fantastic is the sliding. It feels so good and it feels so much better than Modern Warfare sliding, that you just want to slide cancel all the time. And slide canceling is definitely a big thing in this game because you can definitely tell there's no tactical sprint, so you can definitely tell and get like places a lot faster than like your teammates off the start if you're just slide canceling. So overall, the movement, I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. It's just different, and I know it's meant to be, but it's just not a good different. Um, Thirdly, this might be one of the bigger ones as well. I know all these points are pretty huge, but I say this one's the community's not gonna like it, but if you don't have attachments, the ADS speed on some of these guns is fairly slow. It's not as slow as Modern Warfare's, but it's not as smooth either, right? So you can be running and then the kill time is fairly fast, close range. So if you're running around a corner or something, if somebody's holding it, you're most likely not going to win the fight. So it really helps to camp an area. You'll see a lot of the times players who go on huge streaks, they camp an area. They don't run around too much. They'll just stay around a hot zone and just wait for people to show up in front of them instead of running around and running and gunning, which is probably a huge issue once like newer players come in and they're just gonna camp around corners or just sit there and watch alleyways. It might just turn into a camp fest, especially with some of the equipment in this game, like the field upgrades, like proximity mines. Field mics are OP. Field mics are basically like a mini UAV in a circle. You can see in this game I have it up in an OP spot. If nobody breaks it, you just have it up for it doesn't break. It doesn't like go away after a certain amount of time. It stays there forever basically until somebody breaks it, and it's just overpowered because you can hear when the field mic is pinging people, so you can tell when they're in that area where the field mic is. But if you put it in a busy area, then it's just absolutely nuts of like what you can see. And like people, no matter if you have Ghost or Ninja, people will get shown up on the field mic. So overall, I'd just say camping might be a huge problem in this game, simply because of the time to kill is similar to Modern Warfare's. I'd say it's probably not as quick, but it's still a big problem with like the running and gunning, and the ADS time is not as fast. This might, hopefully the other aspects of Cold War are better, but the multiplayer just doesn't seem, as fluid or as nice as Modern Warfare. Again, it's the beta. I know a lot of people like play the Modern Warfare beta and they didn't like it as much either. So hopefully they put a lot of changes in, but I'm still gonna play this. I'm super excited for Zombies. Warzone, I'm sure, hopefully it's just as good as Modern Warfare's Warzone, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I might do a video later on if you've played Fire Team. I think it's called Fire Team Dirty Bomb. That's basically a mini Warzone. You can kind of see, because you still drop in, you do quads, so you can still kind of see what Warzone is like. But overall, I'm excited for this Cold War, even if it doesn't look as good. There's a lot of cons to it. There's some pros to it. Like it's a Call of Duty. I love the score streak system, even though some people might not like it. I think it's a good opportunity for players to get score streaks, even if they don't go on kill streaks, and they might not get the war machine or whatever if they're not getting a lot of kills, but they'll definitely get those UAVs. which helps out the team overall. There's a lot of aspects of this game that people don't realize that are good. That people are just focusing on the negatives. But, you know, it's the beta. It's going to get a lot of changes. And hopefully those changes are for the better. But I'd say overall, this Cold War is not better than Modern Warfare. So if you definitely are just holding out, I'd definitely, you know, wait and see if they make the updates. Because there's a lot of improvements that can be made to Cold War. So if you guys like this kind of content, if you want to hear my thoughts, I know I'm not like a terribly good speaker, but you know, if you want to hear my thoughts more on the other aspects of the game, you know, hit a like, subscribe, and comment down below, you know, what else you want to see. I'm definitely going to be bringing in more Cold War gameplay, trying to get you that nuke, but I've just been absolutely getting wrecked by all the PC people who are tryhards just like me. So stay tuned for that, and have a nice day, guys. Dude, I had this field mic up for the entire game. Alligator. Damn it, dude. Really not shooting at anybody? What am I waiting for? Oh, we can't lose this game. Come on. Hopefully nobody kills me. I was just trying to hold it. No. Team, get in there. Oh. God damn. Yeah, that was me.